And we're back, and we are checking out the transmog system today with our friend here, Blood Champion Teldarin. Um, yeah, so let's take a look here at what we've got. So before I jump into the vendor, which is where you have to go to get it, actually apply the changes, they made some big changes here to how you can kind of preview things. So you can come here and you can see everything you've collected. There's a filter up here so you can change it to not collected, so you can see the things you haven't gotten yet. So I scroll far enough over here, you can see all this other stuff. And then, let's see, I'm going to turn off the not collected. There's also sources, so if you're like, you know what, there's this helmet, I can't remember what it's called, but I remember that a boss drops it, I know I don't have it, so you uncheck collected, go to not collected, uncheck everything there, and go to boss drop. So these are all the helmets that I've not gotten off of bosses, basically. So now with this, the other thing you may have noticed here is when you if you look at this, so it shows there's the Helm of the Ceaseless Vigil, and there's also the Cask of Foul Concentration. So this is kind of an odd thing that they let you do, but I'll show it to you when we get into the actual transmog thing. Let me go and switch it back to how I like. Okay. Actually, I think I might be able to do it here. Yeah, so the Jade Tiger Helm, and this is an odd thing about this system. So the Jade Tiger Helm, Thunderwood Helm, and Glass Lake head cover, as you notice, they all stayed looking the same when I selected them there. Do a control click with Glass Lake head cover, Thunderwood Helm. So I just did a click with each one. It stays the same over here. So there are some items where multiple things have the exact same look, and they'll all appear here. So this is for when you transmog something. If you look at my stuff here, on my helmet it says it's transmogrified 2, and it has the name. So that's all that is, basically. What name do you want it to show? Because there might be a couple different things and you just don't like the name of one of them, so when someone's looking at your stuff, you don't want it to say Goofy Helm 3 or something. You want it to say like Really Awesome Helm 7 or whatever. So that's something that really comes down to a personnel thing. But yeah, that's all that this is. Each recolor has its own button, but if it's all the same color scheme or whatever, then they all show up under one thing when you right click, and that's just all this is. As you can see, you can favorite things, and that's what I've got here is like my tier 10 stuff is all favorited on all the different pieces. That's my favorite thing about my paladin. So let's take a look at what the preview pane can do for you though. So when you control click on things, you can look at them over here. So we're going to go with this just for my sake of example. We're going to go with the shoulders that I got from killing Heroic Archimon just a little bit ago. We'll go with this random cloak, that random chest. So I'm just kind of selecting random stuff here. Change to that shirt. Tabard, we go with Stormwind. And I do like that you can do the tabards here, so I like having this Argent Crusader's tabard equipped because it lets me teleport to Northrend every half hour or whatever. But say I actually like how it looks too. But say I want to, wear Stormwind tabard. So I can transmog this one to look like the Stormwind tabard. I still have that on usability, and I've vendored most of the tabards that I've got there already. I think I probably had like 15 or 20 slots taken up by those, because some of them were kind of like more rare ones. I was like, yeah, if I ever decide I want to transmog to the Tabard of the Scarlet Crusade, because I'd never, I think I was talking to somebody and they're like, when I won that in a roll, they're like, I've never even seen that drop. I hate that you won that. They're like, I hate you because you won that. So I hung on to that because I was like, maybe I'll want to transmog it sometime just for kicks. But now it's part of this system, so I finally got rid of it. And I have a couple others, I think I actually have the Romkahem one, because I never got Exalted Rep with them, so I need that. I'm running level 85 dungeons to get the rep, so I have that in my bank still, because I just don't want to spend the tiny amount of money to get it again. But so that's tabards there. Wrist, I never really transmog this because you typically can't see them around your gloves. See, like, so I don't. Yeah, like it almost seems useless to transmog that at least on most classes. Gloves. Let's go with the Shatari Keeper handguards. There you go. Yeah. See, even with that, like, yes, you can barely see with a couple of these. Like, okay, I guess if you have the right stuff equipped, you can kind of see them. So I guess there is a reason. Okay, whatever. Okay, belt. Let's go with this ridiculous belt. Oh wow, that clips through stuff. Let's go with that one instead. Okay, legs, good there, and feet, blah. Okay, and then I'm like, all right, man. And let's do this. No, wait, no. Where's that other sword? There we go. Just, or no, Soul 3 is the Lasher. Yeah, I got that thing forever ago. We'll go with that one. Okay, and then you can look at enchants. I've got a few different ones equipped, so we'll go with Crusader. Oh wait, what? No, wait, there we go. And I don't have an offhand. And now what I can do over here, so I'm like, man, this looks rad. Like, doesn't this look amazing, everybody? So I'm like, okay, I really like this. This is the thing that I want to transmog to. If I close this window now, I have to redo all of it. If I saved all of those things as favorites, it makes it a little bit quicker. Or I can come here, do new outfit, just call it blah, and then I can close this, close that, and oh hey look, there's a transmogrifier vendor guy right there. How about that? Oh, so I can come in here and I can just go to blah, and it gets everything all ready to go. It'll cost me 248 gold to equip it. Now, I don't want to do this because this honestly looks kind of ridiculous. I was just kind of messing around to show you how it works. And so we're actually going to delete this one. Alright, we're deleting the outfit. Alright, so we're going to come back to the tier 10. I already have it all equipped, so it's not going to cost me anything. Don't have to apply it or anything. But let's come over here now. So the helm, shoulders, and back, or cloak, cape, whatever you want to call it, can all be hidden. Just the helmet and cape could be hidden before. You know, if you've been playing for a long while, you know that. And it was done through an options menu for settings. That's no longer the case. It has to be done through here. One thing that is nice though is just like removing a transmog. So right there, if I removed it, it's going to make it look like this because that's what I have equipped. Then just like with that, I can choose to not show it and it doesn't cost anything. However, to make it reappear, it does. So I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to spend that money. Even though it is only 10 gold. Because I believe it's been this way for a while. Whatever the vendor price is for something, that's what it costs to transmog it. But yes, you can come in here and make those things not appear. I think it looks a little funny in some ways. I feel like the character feels like so naked now. So we'll get rid of all that. Alright. But yeah, so this is how you, like, so if you want to just change one thing, it works, you know, very similar to the appearances tab in collections, except it's not. But otherwise, like, you just try to, you know, you choose the individual pieces, you can select what you want, and then after you change it, you have to hit apply for it to actually, you know, get applied, obviously. And you can also create outfits in here, just like you could in the other, that appearances window. That just lets you preview it anywhere, and then you can save an outfit, and then you have to just come here to actually equip it. Is all. So the one thing that I just could not find real good info on was this, like what this does, because I selected apply to all specializations, but those new shoulders I just got, if I switch over to protection here, you'll see shoulders are showing the new shoulders that I got. So I don't know how that thing works. I tried looking it up because I'll admit I actually started recording this and then realized, wait, you know, let me go look that up so I'm not doing a bunch of speculation or something, and I just couldn't find anything. I found a few things that kind of were like general guides, and I already knew most of the stuff from just playing around with the system. But wait, what? Oh, okay, it was acting like I didn't have all my stuff chosen. Whatever. So, yeah, that's the one thing is I don't get how this works. So it says apply to all specializations, apply to current specialization only. Well, I've got it set to all, and I just switched, and those new shoulders didn't change. Or rather, they didn't stay changed, I should say. So yeah, like that's just kind of frustrating a little bit. Um, but yeah, so and so you can see just how this works. You know, like I saved this. I have this transmog set, so I equipped it. I have the cape hidden. Um, so yeah, that would cost 167 gold to switch. So that's the transmog system in a nutshell. You can do the same thing here. You can filter by these different things. You can search for the name of the item, of course. I think you can do that in both panes. You know, so you can just search for like Stormwind or whatever. So yeah, that's the transmog system. And then, like I said, you can kind of mess around with everything. Though, if you noticed, as I kind of mentioned there, there's no hide option in the appearances screen. So when you're just browsing like out and about, if you're like, oh, I don't want to have that helmet equipped, um, then you would have to manually select that when you get in here. So you can save a set however you want, and then, you know, so say I wanted to do it without the helm showing, then I could just resave it. Now, it doesn't prompt you, so make sure you're not accidentally saving things you don't mean to. But so I'll save. So I got that saved. This is the one that I want. So we're good there. You can apply the weapon enchant ones here. All right, and then we are good to go. So that is that system. And I don't have this macro anymore. Now that I am back on the regular server. Ding. Alright. And let's just start flying. So that's it for the transmog system. As always, everybody, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, tick that like button. And if you want to get updates when new content drops on the channel, don't forget to tick that subscribe button as well. Things will actually be changing a little bit in the near future here because I'm getting a new microphone and new headset. So hopefully the audio quality will be a little bit better on the recordings. So I'm looking forward to that. It might take a little bit of configuring and stuff, but do remember, everybody, that there is no IRL, just AFKs, and we'll see you next time that Hama plays World of Warcraft. Peace out.